sure from whom, but if there will be, but I'm here. Oh, my monitor froze. Camera's still going. Gene's here. Can you see me okay? My monitor froze, but my camera looks like it's still going. Just give me a thumbs up or something. Okay. Let me try to reset my monitor. Oh, I think it just did. It did. All right. Oh. Doing better. It's been a journey. That's why I didn't put my privacy settings to public. I don't share everything. I'm pretty accessible as a public figure with my music, but I don't share everything on my social media posts. Some things are private. So I didn't turn the settings to public, only to friends. So I trust my tribe that checks in here, that knows me well. I feel free to share things, and I may not archive this show. So it could be just sharing back and forth. And that's my call. And that feels good with me, because my regulars who check in are people I would sit and have coffee with and say everything I feel like saying to anyway. So tonight, chamomile and echinacea. I will answer every and all questions, so forgive me if I don't get right into it. Let's give a minute to allow others to check in. But Gene, thank you. This came yesterday. I look forward to these every year and reading your Christmas letter. So it's sitting right up here on my desk. And the letter's right underneath it. So, and that's my first Christmas card of the year too. So yay, thank you so much for that. That was awesome. Oh, Faith's here. Hello, my friend. And Kev's here. What's up, brother, man? Yeah, I'm doing better. And I'll get into all of that. And just kind of catch everybody up. So thank you all for checking in. We'll give it another minute or so. And I'll tell you the story. I have not touched my guitar since last Wednesday. Nor have I done any singing. Zero. So, but I do have both of them sitting next to me, and I don't need to sing to play Her Morning Eyes. So I did tune up for that, and we'll just take it from there. So Gene, if you stick around, you'll get to hear your, I think, is your favorite instrumental, by me anyway. So the only instrumental by me. So Gene says the cold is traveling around the classroom. I caught it too. Yeah, I'm sad to hear that. Play charades, yes. This is not the cold. So I will get into that in a minute. Which is why I set my settings to just friends. So this is more private. This is not stuff I feel the need to share on social media, but I do feel like sharing with my friends. And I'll give you the rundown of what's going on. If you look back at my posts, all you'll see is that I had flu-like symptoms. And that is true. But I didn't feel the need to get into privacy stuff. It's my own, protecting my own HIPAA information. How's that? Oh, thanks, Kev. Yeah, you know, I was gonna, what is this, Wednesday? Sunday, I was gonna check in and just do a chat. And I was just too tired to talk. I'm glad you're better, Gene. You guys are flying to Dallas for Friendsgiving on Friday. Yay! Say hi to the newlyweds for me. I love that picture. What a beautiful family picture. All those memories, and Mark and Mandy. It's like, oh man, I still can't believe I was so blessed to officiate their wedding. So cool. So I'm glad you're going to see them. Give them both a big hug for me. You know, they both got lucky in that deal. You know what I mean? He's an awesome dude. He's lucky. So lucky to have met your daughter. And she's lucky to have met him. He's a great, great guy. And a musician, so of course. I loved meeting him. We just talked about music, and he taught music and stuff. You could tell he's got a real heart for teaching, and he's head over heels about her. Who wouldn't be? She's a catch. So they both made out on that deal. Yeah, all those hearts and thumbs up that's a fact. They both did. It's a great match. They have a great love story. I love when they came in for Kevin's 60th. We just sat at the table and just talked, and I just love talking to them. So they both have great energy and all of that. What a beautiful couple in that family. So I'm glad you're going to go back and see them in Dallas. Kev says, my thoughts. Yep, you got a great son-in-law there, buddy. He's got an awesome couple of in-laws too, and you and Gene. All right, well, the doors are going to stay open, but only for my friends. So we're keeping this kind of just, in military terms, Kevin will know, high and tight. So we're just going to keep it among friends, close to the chest tonight. So welcome. Actually, today is day 5. And I have not had any real sinus stuff. So although all of my other symptoms are pretty much gone, this one kind of popped up today, which was interesting. So it was last week. My roommate had a 2-day training for work on Sunday and Monday, and they had all these people, she said, jammed in this room. And on all day Sunday, all day Monday. And Monday afternoon, while she was there, she started getting a cough. And other people were kind of coughing too. And then, so she got home Monday afternoon, and by the evening, her cough was really pronounced and everything. And so on Tuesday, when she got up, she just had like total flu-like symptoms. So she got COVID before, like a year ago, really bad. And went through all of that, and has been doing fine. And so her symptoms are really pretty harsh. So that was Tuesday. So I immediately went as a precaution. So she had a home test already she hadn't used. And on Tuesday, she tested and was positive. So I ran to the store and got 2 home tests for myself, and I was negative on Tuesday, and then I was negative on Wednesday. And then she and felt fine. And then she went, I think, on Thursday and got a drive-through test, and within 2 hours that popped positive. So that just confirmed her home test. Friday was Veterans Day. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and I rarely get sick. So it's not luck. I take good care of myself. And I mean, there's probably some genes in there, but I just don't. And so When I do, though, it usually levels me. I only get the flu, like, I don't know, every maybe 6 or 7 years or something. So the most I get is an occasional, just seasonal, just sniffles and that kind of stuff. So I woke up Friday morning at 4:30, went to the bathroom, and I had like full-on, full-body aches, just pounding head, everything. And so, and then I went back to bed, and I woke up about 6 in the morning, 6:30, and my sheets on my bed felt like somebody dumped a full pitcher of water on them behind my back. And I was in the twilight zone. You wake up, and you're conscious but not really fully awake. And my first thought was, gosh, should I wet the bed? I don't wet the bed. So I had my flannels on. I reached down, my flannels will dry. I hadn't realized it's like it was like does not compute. So I realized it was my back. The sheets where my back had been laying were completely soaked. So I pulled the top sheet off of me, and it was also completely soaked. And I had on one of these, my flannels, and except for maybe the arms, my entire top felt like when you pull clothes out of the washer after the spin cycle, and they're that damp. That's how I had. Absolutely, my body was trying to dump toxins, and I had a full-blown night sweats. I mean, I had to get up, and my sheets were so soaked. It was like laying on a pool of water. So I had to kind of lay to the side, and I had to change my shirt and all of that. And that was Friday. So, so I had tested on Tuesday and Wednesday, negative, and no symptoms. Friday I wake up, and this is what I'm experiencing. So for almost 3 years, through very, very, very safe and deliberate and intentional care for myself, for my office space, for my clients, and even my roommate having full-blown COVID last year, I fortunately, through a lot of self-caution and all of that, was able to avoid contracting the virus, going out in public, masking, constantly wiping down, washing, all that stuff. So I felt very proud of that record. So here we are on the tail end. And all of a sudden I wake up with all this stuff. So I started keeping a log, and so when she came home, it was like a 48-hour incubation. So somehow she probably caught it through airborne or maybe touch, being in that environment with all these people jammed into a training classroom for 2 solid days. So somehow, despite she and I not having any physical contact, we interact in the kitchen, this and that, I probably just picked it up from maybe a cough, and she's very good about covering and all of that. But nevertheless, somehow I got it. So, and the reason I know that is because I had another self-test, and I tested, I think Saturday morning, and I popped positive. So I went through on Sunday through Walgreens just for confirmation. And by the time I got home, it was exactly 30 minutes to the minute, and they had already emailed me my results and said positive. So I backed up to Saturday. I had to go to the CDC guidance again. So Saturday was day 0. So Friday, Veterans Day, day 0. So Saturday started day 1. This is day 5. So I've been testing every day with home tests, and I tested early this afternoon, still positive, which I expected. Even though I started immediately with, I do high doses of vitamin C every day just for maintenance, but I really upped that, went and got some silver, all my echinacea tea, plenty of rest, tons of water, which I do anyway. So for about the first 48 hours I felt like my eyes were going to pop out, just the pain behind them, full head on, full body aches, and all that kind of stuff, which on the rare occasion I get the flu like maybe once or twice every 10 years, that's what it does to me. So it didn't feel anything different. I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell or eyesight or any of that. Just, So as usual, I have really good recuperative powers. Within 48 hours, almost all that was completely gone. So the only thing I've had is just residual fatigue. And then today, out of nowhere, I'm not like running all over, but I've got some sinus stuff. So, and I never had that initially. No sore throat, just all of that. So, my almost 3-year run of evading that virus through really, really good practices, life just happens. So, so that's what's been going on, and that's why I didn't set my settings tonight to public. I just feel safe sharing in private with my friends, my personal health stuff. Lost a few pounds, not the way you want to do it, but not too bad. So I did some research. I made some lentil soup about a month or so ago. This time I did it with kale and some other things that are really super greens. Organic kale, spinach, whole bunch of other stuff. So it's like a superfood, high immune system boosting soup. So my body responds well to natural remedies because I do research, and so that's what I've been doing. So I got my echinacea, which is really good, and chamomile, which is good for relaxing. That's my hot tea tonight with a little bit of local honey squeezed in there. Also good for the immune system. So that's what's been going on. So I wanted to at least share that with everybody. Thank you so much for everybody's well wishes and stuff. I don't get terribly personal stuff like this on my posts, but it's like when I'm not going to play music, I put up just enough to say I had flu-like symptoms, which I did. And actually I didn't get my test until the next day. So when I put that up Wednesday, that's all I knew. Or Friday. Jean caught it. She got that, yeah. Jean's all good now, flying to Dallas. Oh, I saw that, yeah. Well, your family to us. Thanks, Kev. Mike says Legionella. All right. I have no interpretation. This is not Legionnaire's disease, so I don't know. Legion. 1,000? Can't remember. 10? Z's here. No sweat. Thanks, Z. Yeah, I'm getting better. Lynn Allen White. I don't get into that here, except that since it's just all of you, no. Personal decision. And many people I know that are still end up like this. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Thanks, Lynn. I hope you're getting better too. I saw your pictures a couple weeks ago and I have no idea what happened. Looked pretty gnarly, and somebody said you got a knee replacement. But boy, all of that discoloration looked way more than a knee replacement. So I don't know if you got a knee replacement as a result of some trauma or if that's just how you ended up, but I hope you're healing too. Good to see you here. And anyway, so yeah, we're still vertical. Doing well. So this is day 5 of isolation sequestering. I like that word, sequester. So yeah, so I'm just following the CDC guidance as always. Very conservative. I've got a private practice and clients, so never will I put them in jeopardy. So, and have not before. So I'm taking good care of me as I heal to come back and take good care of them. All right, so that's my story. It is the truth. Oh, or I wouldn't have said it. Oh, a couple of years ago, I entered a knee replacement. Started out bad, but going great. Lost 25 pounds. So yeah, I know. It's like this isn't through physical maladies are not the way we really want to lose weight, but whatever works, right? This was, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. American Songwriter magazine once a year has a songwriter contest. lyric contest. So you pay $15. It's a nationwide contest, and you send in your lyrics. You don't have to record the song, and then there's a group of professional songwriters that have written songs for all these big name country and pop artists. They review your lyrics, and they have several tiers of winners, and if you win the grand prize, I think they fly you to Nashville. You get a demo session, you get a songwriting session with major songwriters or an artist, all kinds of cool stuff. So I submitted before, and I don't remember, but I think I submitted my bedtime lullaby, Stardust Lullaby, and I never heard anything. So I've been on their mailing list. So the deadline was 9 o'clock p.m. our time last night, midnight, for the next for this year's contest, and they announced the winner or winners. I think they have runners up and honorable mentions and stuff. 1 month from now. So before the deadline, I grabbed the lyrics to Sunshine Day, which I had not written the last time I submitted, the only time I submitted. So I decided to just go ahead and, on a lark, I paid my $15 and I submitted the lyrics to Sunshine Day, which I think when you read them, probably of all the songs I really had to think about it. I said, I think this is the strongest set of lyrics. When you read lyrics without any music or anything and see if there's a hook and things jump out and catch you, they tell a good story. I mean, they give you all kinds of stuff to read and say, before you submit, read this criteria and this will help you and everything. And I didn't bother with that. My song is what it is, so it's the best I could do with it, and I think it came out really well. So anyway, I submitted the lyrics for that, and film at 11. I'll let you know how that turns out in a month if I hear anything, but it was probably the strongest song I think I have. You can submit more than one, but I just submitted that one. So that's other latest news. So so I haven't been singing. I haven't even picked up my guitar or played since last Wednesday, a week ago. But I tuned this up for her Morning Eyes. So Jean's here, she likes it. I thought I would just go ahead and play this. So we have a little bit of music. And maybe I'll sing something too. I don't know, maybe I'll tune this back down to play Sunshine Day. So here's an instrumental. There, so there's a little music. Kat says, excited for backyard. Oh yeah, we'll finally be done this weekend. So we'll be looking forward to getting your calendar. Yes. Definitely after the holidays. Let's do it. You're welcome, Gene. Glad you like that song. And haven't sung at all, even on the few rare occasions I've been out in my car, only for necessity. Get back into standard tuning. So haven't done any vocalization, but that's okay. We'll get a song or two out here for you. Yeah, Her Morning Eyes is a different tuning. I've told that story before. It's really awesome. So just have to retune a little bit. Fortunately, I put new strings on, I think last Wednesday, actually. Before I went on. Pretty good. Let's see. No new check-ins. No? Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. There's a song for you all. That was the first original music. First song actually I ever released digitally on iTunes and Spotify. I released it through CD Baby. So they were my first, the first company my first distributor of my music before my album and all of that. That's the first thing I ever released. So very proud of that little song. All right. So since I just submitted the lyrics to American Songwriter Contest last night. We'll see where I land in the next month. Let's go ahead and play Sunshine Day, since that's what it was the last song I wrote several years ago, and it's the one I submitted. So we'll see how the lyrics stand up on their own, because they don't get any music or anything with them. They only look at your lyrics, and then from there they decide whether or not they want to reach out and touch you. So anyway, doesn't matter. I enjoyed that song. I had really good accolades from people who matter to me and professional musicians who liked that song and said you should record that. So maybe this will be the time I do. I don't know. Anyway, so here's what I submitted last night. Nationwide Songwriting Contest. We'll see how that lands. So here's Sunshine Day. When the daylight breaks and I'm drowning in my bed, I've been adrift all night with you swimming in my head, touching hands, but we ain't talking. I grab my boots and I go out walking on a sunshine day. Make my way downtown and I'm passing by your place. The only peace I found is at the altar of your grace. Ring your bell, say if you're home. It ain't well to be alone on a sunshine day. I want to close my eyes, heal your bruise and steal your blues away. Time's on our side, ain't no need to hide, babe, just cast those fears away. On a sunshine day. How many friends have come and gone, and times will change, but a heart wants what it wants, this truth remains. Any door has got its key, just open up and come with me on a sunshine day. Yeah, we got time, wash those worries away, just drinking these words I say. On a sunshine day. There's this truth down in my soul that you can't shake. It's a vow I cut in stone, no one can break. Any fruit can turn to wine, every rose blossoms with time and a sunshine day. Just close your eyes, it ain't no thing, I'll sing your blues away. Everything is fine, it's safe outside, baby, what do you say? Ain't no need to hide, set your troubles aside, put your clouds away, just come on out and play. On a sunshine day. 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 Oh, all right. That's my the lyrics anyway. My submission to the nationwide American Singer-Songwriter Contest. So we'll see if favor fortunes the, what is it? Favor favors the fort. If favor, it's an old quote. It's got a lot of F's in it, which is funny. Favor fortunes the foolish. So we'll see. Oh. All right. We still got an audience? Yeah. Dave says great song. Thank you. Well, we'll see if anybody else thinks so, and if not, your guys' validation is good enough for me. So my friend Steve Poltz, I haven't seen in about 6 or 7 years, discovered Jewel co-wrote that #1 hit that knocked the Macarena off the charts in '96. You Were Meant for Me. He's coming to town tomorrow at Tucson. And so I had a ticket for that, but I gifted it to my friend Lawrence, and he and his wife Haley may go drive down and go see that show. And then I've got tickets for Friday because Steve's going to be at the MIM, the Musical Instrument Museum. But if I'm not testing positive, I unfortunately am not going to be able to go. So I've got 3 tickets for that I got to figure out what to do with. But anyway, Steve's coming into town, and so fortunate that I got to host him 3 times in my house. We turned it into a nightclub. Some of you were there. And so I got to open for him 3 times at 3 house concerts. I played with him on stage at the Rhythm Room. And awesome. So we have a nice history together. So whether I go or not, he is an experience. If you want to get a ticket, or message me if you're interested in maybe the 2 out of the 3 that I have, I think are up for grabs. I kind of thinking at this point I may not be clear just by testing alone, and I'm not going to risk going out even masked up in public if I still have a positive test. So here's that #1 hit he and Jewel wrote. Hear the clock, it's 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I've been. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. I break the yolks and make a smiley face, and I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror, don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mom, she was out for a walk, and sold a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk. So I picked up the paper. It was more bad news, more hearts being broken, more people being used. But on my coat in the pouring rain, I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy. I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, I go about my business and I'm doing fine besides. What would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Brush my teeth, I put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. And I take a good long look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly that I try and tell myself it'll be alright. And I shouldn't think anymore tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you'll see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, I was meant for you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, all right. There's a little Steve Poltz and Jewel. Steve will probably be playing that when he's here on Friday. Kevin says, disappointed. Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to having a whole bunch of the tribe show up, which would have been really cool. But a few of them are. So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on here, gang. Oh, and my roommate's got she's still got a cough, but she's way better. So we're just trying to make sure we don't keep each other infected and stuff by kind of cycling, just, you know, time in the kitchen and social distance stuff and all of that, and then trying to keep our immune systems healthy. So and I like to cook, so I didn't feel like it the first 2 days, the first 48 hours. So as soon as I did, I went up to Sprouts and got a bunch of stuff and made that homemade super immune, super green lentil soup. So that's been kind of keeping us going, and other stuff too. So little by little, staying at it, getting rest. So yeah, sorry my energy level's kind of a little bit low. I'm kind of tired still, but I didn't want to go a whole week without at least showing up and just touching bases, and kept my privacy settings to just friends for tonight. So I usually set them on public, so friends of friends can check in and stuff, but not tonight. Sharing private information is just between us. So hope everybody else is doing well and staying healthy out there. Boy, we had some cool temps and crazy blowing weather here in the East Valley today. Felt really nice. I did get out one time, so I had to go restock and get some new in-home tests and everything. And so weather was great. Had a sweatshirt on and sunny though, so it was nice. Oh, thanks, Kev. I feel like maybe doing one more and taking us out on that. So Z says you're doing great way over there in the West Valley with Kevin Jean, who just moved in their forever home in Waddell, I think it is. So all you West Valley folks, peeps, thanks for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered up out there. We're doing the same here in the East Valley. Oh, and Mike was checked in from Michigan for a little bit, so and the Michigan contingent too, I trust are staying healthy. Let's see. Yeah, Gav says you are correct. All right, let's do, I don't know. I haven't played in a week, so What sounds good? What should I take us out on? Anything popping up? I'll do one. Nothing, I don't know, nothing's coming to mind. Nothing in particular. How about JT? I was just kind of thinking of JT. Oh, so this is the dilemma. If you guys start giving me a whole bunch, I'm going to feel obligated to do it, and I'm just tired. I know it sounds bad, but it's like, I don't like leaving my friends empty-handed. All right, I'm just going to cut it at there. I will honor both of those. So we'll do one with an encore of Jim Croce. So, all right, Lil James Taylor, for my friends. When you're down and troubled, and you need some love and care, and nothing, oh nothing is going right, just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. When the sky high above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old cold north wind should begin to blow, just keep your poor head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them, oh, but don't you let them. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yes I will, to see you again. Hey baby, don't you know about that winter, spring, summer, or fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Oh, baby, you got a friend. All right, and then as an encore, my favorite Jim Croce song by request. Well, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've got to say can't wait. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda strange, but every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Okay. Oh, I got them both squeezed in there. Can't leave my friends empty-handed. Oh, Z had said save Jim for Friday. Too late. I was happy to get that in. Thanks, Kev. You're welcome, Z. Thanks, everybody, for checking in tonight, for spending some of this Wind Down Wednesday, and for getting caught up with my story. So glad to share it with you. So glad everybody else appears to be doing well and staying healthy. Keeping those immune systems bolstered up. So my silver drops several times under the tongue during the day. Actually, a lot of them. So keeping that immune system up. Mega dose of vitamin C, echinacea tea, all that stuff. Everything's a little different for everybody. I've got my stuff that works for me. So, and I've been very diligent. Plus, natural food remedies and stuff. Super green soups and all that. Thanks, Gene. I'm working on it. We're working at it. Thank you all for checking in. So it's good touching base after a week. Get you caught up and getting caught up with all y'all. So good to see you. I plan on being here Friday, unless if I get super lucky and test negative by Friday, I'm going to that Steve Poltz show at the MIM. I'm not super hopeful, but I'm always optimistic. So we'll see what my body, how my body goes. So after CDC says after day 5 and day 6, even if you're positive, if you have no symptoms, you can mask up and go out and do stuff, and I'm just not going to do that. So I'm not going to sit in an auditorium with friends and people that I know and risk that. No matter how bad I want to see Steve, it'll wait for another day, hopefully. So we'll be playing that by ear the next couple of days. But I got to play for you tonight, so thank you so much for checking in. As always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, your immune system's all bolstered up, keeping yourselves warm here. Temperatures have dropped in the Sonoran Desert, so this is the time for the seasonal flu sometimes to check in. Of course, it's the winter, so thanks for keeping yourselves healthy. Plenty of warm soups and all kinds of good stuff. We enjoy these early evenings when the sun sets early in the winter and we have a long night of deep sleep and rest. So stay bundled and warm. Thanks for being part of my tribe. I'll be putting up a banner about whether I'm here Friday night or not. More than likely, I'll probably be here, but if I'm not at the show, I plan on checking in, and we'll get some music going for those of you who are available to check in. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday hump day. All those thumbs and hearts. That does me good. Thank you. Thanks for all the healing well wishes. Mine go out to you too. So plenty of universal reciprocity when it comes to healing, I guess we'll call it. So have a great rest of your night, sliding into your weekend, and we'll see about seeing you on Friday.